Good evening, student. Welcome back to my channel. I, Dr. Ruchi, welcome you all. Hope आप सभी अच्छे होंगे और पढ़ाई भी अच्छे तरीके से कर रहे होंगे. बेस्ट विशेस मेरी आपके साथ हमेशा है. B.Ed सेकेंड ईयर का एक सब्जेक्ट है जो कि आपका कोर्स 5th A में है, जेंडर, स्कूल एंड सोसाइटी. इसके कुछ टॉपिक्स को मैं आपके साथ डिस्कस करूंगी. जो इसका यूनिट फर्स्ट का फर्स्ट चैप्टर है वो जेंडर इश्यूज, जेंडर एंड पैट्रियार्की, जेंडर बायस, जेंडर स्टेरियोटाइपिंग, इक्विटी एंड इक्वालिटी इन रिलेशन विद कास्ट, क्लास, रिलीजन, एथनिसिटी, डिसेबिलिटी एंड रिलीजन से रिलेटेड है. तो वन बाय वन इसके टॉपिक को डिस्कस करेंगे. तो फर्स्ट आपका जेंडर इश्यूज पे है जेंडर एंड पैट्रियार्की. जेंडर एंड पैट्रियार्की इंट्रोडक्शन देखते हैं. जेंडर इज कंसीडर्ड एज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट कंस्ट्रक्ट existing between men and women in almost all society of the globe. Apart from class, age, race, religion, and ethnicity, gender is an integral dimension of social stratification, putting the female at the level of disadvantage. Varying in degree of quantum across time, female at the level of across time and space within the society, gender seems to be one of the most powerful variables that impact development from the moment of conception till death. The life events of an individual born into an Indian family are found to be totally gendered. Gilbert 1993 described threefold theoretical structure of gender such as gender differences, gender as a structure, and gender as a process. These are described right below. Gender as a differences. It broadens our understanding of behavior in social contexts, but observe inequality by making the differences in power between men and women. Gender as structure. It refers to the way in which attitudes towards men and women become institutionalized within societal structure. For example, a male employee who has a child is perceived as male, and a female employee with a child is a mother. Gender as a structure is evident in the workplace when the assumption is made that women will provide care for dependents and is demonstrated by the dominance of one gender on other in certain occupations. Third, gender as a process. It refers to the pattern of interaction among men and women based on assumptions about gender roles. Women are seen as a neutral, the provider of emotional caretaking, whereas men provide. Concept of gender. Gender is a social concept which is connected to biological. Gender is a wide set of characteristics that are seen to distinguish between male and female. It can extend from sex to social role or gender identity. According to Aristotle, the concept of gender was introduced by the Greek philosopher Pythagoras. According to him, gender is an integral component of every aspect of the economic, social, daily, and private lives of individuals and societies, and of the different roles ascribed by society to men and women. Patriarchy. Meaning and definition of patriarchy. Patriarchy is a social system in which the father or eldest male is head of the household, having authority over women and children. Patriarchy also refers to a system of government by male and to the dominance of men in social or cultural systems. It may also include title being praised through the male line. Literally, patriarchy means rule by the male head of the social unit like family tribe. The patriarch is typically a societal elder who has legitimate power over others in the social unit. According to Chilla and Sin, patriarchy is a political structure which favors men. According to Sylvia Wellby, patriarchy is a system of social structure and practices in which men dominate, oppress, exploit women. And Mitchell, a feminist psychologist, uses the word patriarchy to refer to kinship system in which men exchange women. According to Lim, patriarchy is the system of male domination and female subordination in economic, society, and cultural that has characterized much of human history to the present day. Patriarchal institutions of social relations are responsible for the inferior or secondary status of women in the capitalist-based labor market. The primary of the sexual division of labor within the family has several consequences for the women who seek wage employment. Patriarchy is best defined as control by men. The opposite is matriarchy, which means that women are charged and the head of the families. Obviously, the culture of the most countries is patriarchal. Men have the power to control over the women. Characteristics of the patriarchy system. Some characteristics of patriarchy system include male dominance. In a patriarchy system, men have authority to rule over the women, where they take all decisions in both society and in their family unit too, hold all position of power and authority, and are considered male also as the superior one. Male identification. Men Male identification, yes. Men are concerned with identification that includes qualities of control, strength, forcefulness, rationality, strong work ethic, and competitiveness. Each of these qualities contributes to male identification in the patriarchy system. And male centeredness. In the patriarchy system, the center of activity and progress in on men and what they do to move the society forward. In any patriarchy system, man will be the focus and developer of all events and invention. Men will be the heroes in all situations, and men will be the center of social engagement, fun, and entertainment. Obsession with control. Men living in patriarchy system or society must be controlled at all times. They have desire to control all social and family situation and must make all decisions regarding finance and education. Merits of patriarchy. Now, merits of patriarchy are as follows. Patriarchy determines the supreme place of head of the family unit so that the family has protector and provider. It gives him the role of fulfill and does not displace him, leading him to turn on the family and ejected him, inverting his role and causing much uh, angst and disharmony. Second, it asserts the leader in a family so there are no question to rules, only suggestions and advice offered. Third, it gives a structure to the society and a place and role for everyone. Fourth, it follows a natural logic that the stronger person should be in a position of power. Fifth, patriarchy is necessary to preserve the family, especially it gives to head a necessary role and encourage them to be involved, thereby continue the cultural trends towards children being raised without fathers. Six, for many women, the patriarchy system actually puts them in a role in which they feel valued for their unique contributions. Seven, this system brings greater unity to a married couple. 8. Not being burdened with leadership and priesthood responsibilities, given women more energy to focus on their primary responsibility or nurturing children. 9. The priesthood serves as a kind of check on some of the excess of male behavior. 10. Similarly, requiring men to act in a capacity of spiritual leadership encourages them to develop their spirituality which is important in a cultural in which for a variety of reasons spirituality seems to be more closely associated with women. 11. A male-only head gives other members the sense that they have something unique to contribute and encourage them to serve others. Now we have to see some demerits of patriarchy. Demerits of patriarchy are as follows. Number one, in a patriarchy system, women are neglected and they are not allowed to go ahead. Second is some men may use their power to be violent and malignant. Third, the autonomy and agency of women are curtailed. Fourth, women don't have the chance to develop what capacities they might have to spiritual leadership. Fifth, a number of women and some men as well find the system intolerable. In point 6, it potentially makes it more difficult for men to see women as equal. 7. It leaves us the role of women in plant salvation theologically ambiguous. It is not clear whether they are agents in their own right or their primary role is to enable male acceleration. 8. It limits the pool of leadership, which is particularly a problem area where many more women than men are active. Women are denied access to the blessings and men have the disadvantage of not being able to ask their spouse for blessings. 10th and last, women voices and perspective are not much represented in the decision making and are only represented to a limited extent. So friends, ये आज हमने जेंडर स्कूल एंड सोसाइटी का जेंडर एंड पैट्रियार्की को डिस्कस किया है. सो आप लोग इसका नोट्स बनाइए और प्रिपेयर करिए और अगले लेक्चर में हम जेंडर बायस एंड जेंडर स्टेरियोटाइपिंग को डिस्कस करेंगे. सो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल एंड शेयर the videos. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Keep learning. Keep growing.